Alright, here we go. This is a custom 1v1 on Duel between the green player in the upper left-hand corner, Valinor, and the Steampunk Neo, and his opponent in the bottom right-hand corner, the blue player, Tangibility, in the APB Striker. And if you do take a quick look at the loadouts, as Tangi is kind of commenting right now, he queued up bombs because those were his MMs, meaning those were in his moneymaker slots, because both of these players are going no moneymaker. So it's kind of like that they're kind of, I mean, it's not like where one player goes moneymaker and another player doesn't go moneymaker, and then like there's a difference in money, you know, kind of like there's a difference in income, because neither of these players will have an actual noticeable difference in income, assuming that they don't have difference in outposts. So they will pretty much have the same amount of income. It will just be kind of slower. So it's not really too different than a normal game in terms of advantage, disadvantage, and all that. They do have quite different loadouts, though. Tangi does have Jokers doing initial harass right there, shooting a little bit at that front door. Valinor trying to chase him down. Definitely will not get him first. Tangi socketing every single one of his T-45s he's dropping on the ground, that will allow him to not cost any power, and he has all 4 of his sockets at that front door area of his fort socketed with T-45s, and Tangi lets all 3 of those boomers go off, but they do not kill that T-45. Valinor not able to finish off anything in this trip with those boomers, so that is a little bit different. Especially compared to that last game where he went no moneymakers and Tangi didn't, but he was going for the moneymakers instead, so Tangi definitely did have to save them. And now Tangi has every single, and he says, dang, turrets use no power, and he does have every single socket filled with a T-45, and they are just conversing right now on sockets. Knew that, yeah, okay. So, and that's kind of funny because I don't know if Tangi really... Oh, and he says he never realized how good it was. Yeah, and you have pretty much free units on the field. It's just you pretty much don't do that in normal games, because when you do that, the sockets are filled with something that's not a moneymaker, and that is kind of a problem sometimes. And Valinor trying to chase Tangi down there and finish him off, but does not actually successfully do it. And right now, Valinor and Tangi are still going at it. Tangi actually getting a Bucky on the ground there before having to retreat away from Valinor. Valinor actually going for starting at the top. He did kill 1 Longhorn, but that's about it. And right now, Tangi trying to finish off this next Bucky, but Valinor does save it in time. Very, very close, though. You can see there on that cargo, the cargo display, Valinor had the Bucky picked up and had really, really low health. And at this point, Tangi is pretty much just harassing, and now Valinor once again typing to Tangi. Oh, nope, decided, and then he says, whoops. And now Tangi, had those 5 Longhorn in queue for a really, really long time. But he just didn't bring them out, and I'm not exactly sure why. Well, I mean, it's because he didn't really need them, and he didn't really have the credits to spend anyway. And now Valinor taking 4 creeps, but they will run into T-45s and bunkered creeps, so Tangi doesn't really have to worry too much, and actually might be able to snipe this Jackal, and Valinor comes in right in time to save it, and that last stand outpost that was attacked by Valinor is pretty much not touched at all. Tangi had really good defense there, and Tangi did drop a Longhorn to set on, I guess it was set on capture, and oh no, it was just dropped there because it was not prioritizing the outpost, it was attacking Valinor, and Valinor able to finish that off. So now a couple of credits. At this point, because it's no money makers and money and income comes in really slow, pretty much every single unit will count a lot more than in a normal game. Tangi now bringing out rollers, but he did lose that Longhorn, so that will actually be fairly significant in this specific fight. Does drop 2 patchers next to those Longhorn coming out with those rollers, and now starting his approach to mid. Valinor not really doing it the way that we normally are used to seeing. He started going with those Buckies, but Tangi harassed him too much, and he couldn't really maintain the Buckies there at first at the beginning of the game. But now Tangi does have quite a lot of units here pushed up at that mid, and he will definitely have the advantage in the mid fight, if you really want to call it that, because Valinor really hasn't even started, so it's not necessarily a fight. And now Valinor is, okay, he is going to start sending out these Dillos. I'm assuming he's going to set them on capture, but all those Dillos on capture are not going to stop at that outpost in the middle, so he might have actually sent them on attack. I really wish we had some sort of audio cue or visual cue during spectator mode to really be able to tell what attack he specifically exactly set that on, but there are a lot of units now coming for the mid, but Tangi has a lot of defenses here, a lot of healing units, Longhorn, and now repositioning. This outpost will definitely go down to neutral, and Tangi getting finished off after landing there by all those Dillos and the Buckies that Valinor had there as well, and now Valinor will probably neutralize that outpost as well. Tangi not spending any money on respawn, definitely once again, every single credit counts, and now has to deal with this these Jackals at that front door, but because they are just Jackals, he doesn't really have to worry too much about fort health. Does leave the area, just drops a single Longhorn just for blocking, I'm pretty sure, but Valinor definitely now has the advantage here. It's 49 to 20 upkeep, not counting the 5 Longhorn that Tangi has in his build queue, and is now starting to send them out. And now Valinor is, I guess he has the advantage here at the mid, but it's not that huge. He still has to finish off this roller, and he just has those 2 Buckies. However, this forward outpost that Tangi used to control is now controlled by Valinor. 5 Longhorn coming up. Valinor, let's see what he decides to do with these Dillos. Will start to heal them up. Tangi will probably be able to grab this mid. I don't know if he'll be able to control it. There are not any creeps coming out quite yet, and Valinor almost, but Tangi puts those tanks back to back, so Valinor will not get an easy double damage right there. It does, once again, have that forward, and that is an incredible advantage. He's already starting to, oh no, I thought he was starting to move out. I could have sworn I heard the, and he's using them to capture. He's setting them on capture, so Tangi will definitely have to deal with this probably first at the mid, but no, he actually does realize that Valinor is sending out to different locations. And is ignoring that Dillo at his front door. Valinor has Dillos and Jackals being sent everywhere right now, and Tangi is really struggling to keep up. It is 59 to 8 right now, and Tangi only has Jokers, but does finish off Valinor. So let's see if Tangi can actually mount some sort of comeback here in the time that Valinor is not on the field. But Valinor has been able to neutralize this last stand, pretty much surrounded by Dillos. The Dillos will definitely win that fight. And Tangi right now just has the Jokers at this forward, will probably neutralize it, and Valinor, with those creeps getting this outpost, this middle outpost, there is units all over the field right now. This is quite an intense, insane game, and believe it or not, with no money makers right now, and Tangi trying to deal with whatever Valinor had, those Dillos had at that last stand. So now Valinor is going to be able to really kill whatever units Tangi has at the middle area, including this forward. Drops those Jokers. I don't know why he decided to just drop them there. I guess Valinor, it was a little bit dangerous. In my opinion, it was a little bit dangerous just because he was leaving the area. Valinor might have been able to snipe one. And Valinor still, oh my god, that last Longhorn still wasn't killed, just now killed, and Valinor already going out with more Jackals. Jackals are actually still quite OP. I remember when they were just ridiculously OP before, when no one used them before, and then everybody started using them, and then they were just crazy, so they had to be nerfed. And I don't remember exactly all the changes that have happened since then, but Jackals are once again kind of OP. Oh my god, Tangi lifting off, throwing those missiles out, able to get that DPS on Valinor, and finishing him off with less health than Valinor started with right when he lifted off. Tangi with a great circle, finishing off Valinor in the air, and using this T-45 for blocking. Now starting to body block, but really low on health. Will probably get finished off here if he isn't too careful, and Valinor is already coming back to the fight, so he might, he does have to go back and heal himself up. And there is not much that Tangi has left. It's 43-12. Valinor is definitely winning this battle. Has this forward, has the mid, and Tangi has a significantly less, not necessarily significantly less, but has significantly less units out on the field. I was going to refer to upkeep, but he has much less upkeep as well. However, I guess you can kind of attribute that to all those turrets that are on the field. He's not really that far behind in terms of the unit count, and Tangi trying to do that exact same thing that he was doing before, retreating with shield. He might actually be able to survive this. Valinor trying to stalk him on the, but does hit him with that EMP. Finishes off those Dillos, but why didn't the kill counter pop up anything? I'm not sure what got that final hit. I'm pretty sure it was one of those, the Dillos were focusing on the fort, but so I guess it was probably Valinor finishing off Tangi just now, but Valinor with an immense lead at this point. And Tangi sending out Jokers. So let's see if this gets him anywhere. I don't really think it will. Valinor has way too much income right now compared to Tangi, just because he has that factory. Tangi doesn't have the factory, so it is a 2 outpost income difference at this point. Tangi almost finishing off Valinor there. but no, not really. Valinor was at about a half life. I guess I was kind of just thinking about that last time where Tangi did get that finish on Valinor with those rockets in the air after Valinor lifted off. But now Tangi neutralizing this outpost. Don't think he technically has the unit advantage here because Valinor has a lot of Dillos and Tangi just has Jokers, and now just really starved for cash. Only has 1,000 in his bank with these 2 Jokers. That's all he has, and just creeps. He might be able to neutralize this again if Valinor decides to leave the area, but now Tangi going with a random Joker. Gonna go for the front door, actually. It's kind of interesting. There's absolutely nothing healing Valinor right now, or protecting for Valinor right now, and Valinor is way far away with this push here, which is kind of defended by T-45s. Tangi putting in a lot of damage right now, and Valinor not coming back to the front door to respond to it. Tangi now does realize that there is a train of Dillos coming for his front door, so let's see if he can block really with these Jokers. Does land a slash, and that will actually kill these Dillos at a much faster rate than you would kind of normally be used to, unless you were... Oh, he got killed on the ground though. I mean, I was gonna say unless you were a bomber, you know, pretty much the ground melee mech, I guess is what you can call it. But now Valinor has goalies coming out. That is going to be way too much for Tangi to handle, especially because he has pretty much no units, not really much credits as well. So I don't think these Goliaths are really going to be stopped. And Valinor kind of playing it safe, but I mean, playing no moneymakers definitely have to. Not going for that fort attack, going for the capture instead. And those Goliaths will probably prioritize on that outpost. So Tangi is going to be able to free... Oh, for some reason they're not prioritizing on the outpost. They are re-aiming at Tangi, so... this AI... okay, so it got neutralized, and now the Goliaths will move out. But they weren't prioritizing their attack on the outpost. They were instead prioritizing it on... normal prioritization when just attacking the closest enemy thing. Tangi getting finished there by Valinor in the air. Tangi trying to survive with that shield and, Viking dancing, but not able to do it quick enough. And not able to keep up with that fast transforming Neo. It does have a Tycho Neo, Valinor does. So right now Tangi is way behind. Valinor has complete map control except for that last stand outpost, which to be honest isn't really that major in Duel. It is a power station, so it's not really going to give Tangi any extra income. So Tangi is relying solely on his fort income right now, and Valinor says dem Goliaths. Yeah, that is, I guess, the big difference here. Tangi does not have Goliaths in his loadout, but Valinor does. But even if he did, I don't think that it would have really swung the favor in for Tangi, just because Valinor had the map control, has much more credits, and even though Tangi could have gotten goalies out, he would have had significantly less than Valinor. Valinor has been able to kind of dominate the map the entire game, and Tangi does realize that Valinor has kind of abandoned this forward, and Valinor does comment that he's a little surprised how much damage Tangi is able to do with that sword. But now Valinor going out with his Goliath push, and I don't think Tangi can do much to stop this. Oh, except is he going for a base race? This is crazy. This is a little crazy. He is not going for an attack or a capture. He is going for an attack. Valinor a little bit distracted. Trying to get that forward back, and it's not on his mini-map right now. And Valinor now does see these Jokers coming out. He will be able to hit them with stasis. Oh, those Dillos. He has Dillos to protect at the front door, so this game is over. Tangi not going to be able to really block properly with a single Longhorn and just with sword. Valinor does have Dillos to block, so these Jokers are going to get killed pretty quickly, especially because they have medium armor, and Dillos have medium attack, and these goalies are just really, really struggling right now to, they're not goalie, Tangi's really, really struggling to defend against these goalies. Tangi has been able to kill most of them, but these goalies are doing way too much damage, and with Valinor here in the area, Tangi gets killed. This will be the end of the game. Goliath's firing at the front door. Valinor will be able to get this finish on Tangi sometime soon. Come on now. Boom. There you go. Victory goes to Valinor. And just shooting up here like crazy. And I cannot see chat. That's one bug that I did report. I would like to see what they discussed, and I don't remember what I left on my screen there. I might reveal some confidential information or something like that. But I will go into party chat after this replay breaks. I just want to see if they talked about anything. Come on, replay, finish input. I guess they were talking for a pretty long time, but yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to analyze that game, honestly. So Valinor, Tangi, if you want to let me know what the hell just happened, in a more in-depth kind of extremely high-tier player kind of way. But yeah, actually, Tangi did have goalies. God, I did not even realize that. Okay, derp, my bad. But he wasn't able to bring them out. When you are on the defensive stance, you definitely tend to not try to get goalies out just because they're so expensive and they take so long to build. He was prioritizing on jokers, which was, I guess, more of his support slash harass slash, multi-purpose unit. They do have a lot of HP for their cost. Not as good as Jackals, I think. I forget. I have not. It's been a while since I did that math, and I don't remember which one came out on top. But still, regardless, it is still pretty close, pretty cost efficient in terms of HP, and I will hit finish. Let's see if they stop to... Oh, that's good. It's on the Happy Halloween. That's the patch that I recorded this on. And so they did say... let's see, what did they... I don't know. Okay, so this was around the end of the game. Swoosh, swoosh, yeah, Fortress. You guys can still say that. Valinor did say he had 30k still. Yeah, so... That was kind of crazy. No MM games, very, very unorthodox, not necessarily the game flow that we are used to seeing, especially in a 1v1 where everything is so methodical and, game flow kind of happens at definitely more of a constant set rate than 2v2s or 3v3s. But, guys, if you have any interesting games to send to me, you know what I'm going to say. Send them in at ruy0x@gmail.com or ruy on Steam. So, guys, I don't know when I'm going to post this video, so I am going to have a 1v1 tournament on Saturday, October 26th. I might post this video after that like a nub, but if so, check out the videos that I do post on my YouTube from that tournament, and if not, check out that tournament Saturday the 26th. I will try to remember to drop a link in my video description. So guys, this is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.